where can you go for free, right? For
Right,
free,
for free.
and get a license and
And then
then get trained to
your
make that
training
much
is free
money.
also.
Yeah.
So the mistake that most people make say they're going to give me something for free so they can charge me later on for education. That's not the way we work.
If you can't write a contract on the back of your car on a Saturday night, then you don't know enough. All you have to do is show up. Just show up and you can succeed. Let's get to the point.
Keller Williams has just rolled out KW School, and it's from Kaplan, which is one of the highest educators in the college world. They write most of the textbooks. So for anyone who's wanting to get into real estate, Keller Williams offers them a complimentary real estate school. With the value in our market being about $399, they can take it online at no charge to them.
Mm-hmm. Do they have to come in and see you first, qualify? Is it for everybody?
It's not for everybody, just like real estate's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that they're serious about it and this is what they want to do. We also want to let them know that it's not really the license part that is the most important. It's what happens after you get a license.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have some good test takers and you have some that are not so good.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to explain to them that the test is designed to make sure that you mastered the material. But just because you have a license, what do we do with it now?
Yes. Well, so there's so much to this. So 85%, that's a guess, but a high percentage of the information you learn on your real estate school information you never use again.
That's correct.
So, like you said, mastering the information on it is absolutely right. Pass the test, in other words, and then move forward. All right, I took the test 20 years ago. It's been a long time, and I've checked on some other states, and I understand they're all the same. Everything I just said, they're pretty much the same in each state. So what I found was the test was like there were A, B, C, D, multiple choice, and two of the answers were Mark calls them throwaways, but two are just out there and they're not part of it. Two of them though are close. And the biggest tip that I would tell someone is it becomes like a game of words. So you have to make sure you pay attention to the sentence structure because it's meaningful in which one is right and which one is wrong.
So you have to look at the two that the easiest way I find to take tests is two that are non-associated with the question.
Mhm.
And if the question's bogging you down, skip it. You'll second guess yourself on every other question past that one.
Right.
But take a pen and mark off the two that you know have nothing to do with it. Then you have a 50-50 chance.
That's right.
If you've actually studied the material, then you should be able to pass it. But it's okay if you don't. There are people, I've seen agents take it 5 times, and they're very successful agents. But I think the reason Keller Williams created this school is to reemphasize that we are a training company. We want to start you on the groundwork from day one all the way up until you're a mega agent. We're still going to be training you.
Mm-hmm.
So the value of education starts with where you go to school and how you get it.
That's really good. It's a good point, and it's really true for what's provided at Keller Williams. So, what we're looking for this real estate exam or real estate school thing is we Keller Williams is looking for future all stars, and I recently heard a high percentage of people are unhappy with their current jobs. And I heard there's going to be more people getting into real estate this next year than maybe ever in history.
Well, COVID had something to do with that because
Mm-hmm.
now you can work from home. So what I think happened is it forced people that really were not enjoying their job to seek other options.
Mm-hmm.
And from the reports, it says that the next 24 months, more people will join the real estate world than ever before.
That's awesome.
So you look at that and think about it is how do I stand apart? If you and I both have a license,
Mm-hmm.
then we're just two licensed people.
Mm-hmm.
And what Keller Williams is trying to stress is in this market, it moves very fast. So your education is your foundation.
Yeah, what you know matters, right? Being a pro and being able to service your clients.
And who you're in business with matters.
Mm-hmm.
You mastered the test, you passed,
Yeah,
but you don't know how to write a contract.
yeah.
So
Now your career really starts.
yeah, your career, the work really starts now,
Yeah.
and it's about who's there to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, real estate is what do I do to stay out of a lawsuit?
Mm-hmm.
So
Which I just received one today.
another benefit that the school has provided is for Keller Williams agents, they now get a discount on their continuing education.
Yeah.
So we didn't say that new people are the most important.
Mm-hmm.
Our agents are,
Yeah.
all of our agent family. So they're doing everything they can to supply continuing education through that portal.
So then the tips for taking the test would be, I think what you said was really good. Don't overthink it. Keep an eye on your sentence structure. But what did you say about two and two?
Yeah, take two answers that you know are not even nowhere near correct,
Yeah.
mark
really
them
good.
out, and then you got a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm. And I like that skip over the ones that you don't get so
Right.
that you don't second guess yourself the rest of the way through.
Because a lot of people, when they take a test, they may answer one incorrectly, and then the next few questions will tell you the answer to the one you've already answered.
Mm-hmm.
You start second guessing yourself, and it's proven your first instinct is usually right.
Yeah, I believe all that is correct, even though it was a long time ago when I took that. All right, so I think that's really good.
If you fail, you can pay, I think, $20. Well, I don't know how much it is to the board or to the testing facility, and they'll give you a list of what you need to improve on,
Mm-hmm.
of what percentage you made.
So then, what happens at Keller Williams? Once you pass your test, you have your license. Now comes the real training on how to make money in real estate. So in our office, I said this on a earlier podcast, we have over 100 agents making $100,000 a year. We have probably first time in history, two agents over 2 million and possibly 6 over 1 million. We've never had that in history. Where can you go for free, right? For free, and get a license and then get trained to make that much
is
money.
free also.
Yeah.
So the mistake that most people make say they're going to give me something for free so they can charge me later on for education. That's not the way we work.
Yeah.
And you look at the 100 people making over $100,000, the ones making over $1 million and $2 million, they work.
Oh yeah.
So my biggest advice to anybody wanting to get into real estate is buy a time clock on your cell phone or put it in your car, clock in, clock out. Make it a job, because if you don't think that people that are out here working are making the money, look around.
Yeah.
The ones that say, hey, I got a real estate license, everybody's going to let me sell their home. They've not sold anything yet.
Right. Yeah, like we were talking earlier, it's not crowded at the top of the production list, right? So after you get your license, though, you have your license now, and let's say you come to Keller Williams. What's next for me?
So the first thing that we do is we're going to bring you in, show you how to join the board, because that's what you have to join first.
Yeah.
We supply coaching. Okay. So I always go back to football because that's my favorite sport. Do you think if all the coaches took Saturday off, the football team would know what to do automatically? They may get lucky.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But you have to have that constant, here's what you do next, until you get in a rhythm where it's like clockwork. It's almost like going to the grocery store without a list. You spend $300. When you would have your list, you'd only spend $50. So how long do you want to spin your wheels, or how quick do you want to make money?
So I was in a class recently, and it said 80% of your success comes from the accountability factor the accountability that you have with someone. And in our case, you're saying it with our coaching program, our productivity coaching. Yeah, it's really good. Then what happens? We have an Ignite training program, which is in excess of 30 hours of training.
It's like, okay, you have your license. Now it's time to set you on fire to learn all the tools and techniques you need to know to be a successful realtor.
Yeah.
I've seen very few people in real estate that apply themselves that are not successful.
Yeah, so you get 30 hours of training before you really get your feet on the ground. And I think here we've got over 23 staff members to support you. So it's a whole thing like you were saying earlier, people helping people help people, and it's kind of what it's like here, right?
Yeah, that's what Keller Williams is really I pride it in is we're a sharing and caring company.
Yeah.
You can ask the number one agent how to do something and they'll sit down and show you. But we're focused on what's changing every day. What is the market doing? How do I adjust on contracts? We have all that training there for the new agent so that when they do have a client, they feel comfortable and confident that they can get the job done.
There you go.
And with our associate brokers, if you run into a problem in the middle, pick up the phone and call. We have that support for you too. So the only time you're ever going to be left alone and feel lost is when you don't reach out, because the only thing that we're not is psychic. We can't tell. I mean, we cannot tell, that you need help unless you raise your hand and say, help me.
That's right.
Are you available at 4?
So she did want to go on it.
Available for what? Yeah.
I said, yeah, I'll be here at 4. And she
I
said,
can be. So
she said, I want to switch brokerages from Berkshire Hathaway, and I heard you're the best person to talk to. I said, okay, I'll be here.